All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Breaking CBK joined by Elevated, the Frag VALORANT Major Philadelphia version coming at you. And continuing on with map number 2 in just a second here, we're going to be going to Fracture. But that Icebox, it was a close game. I mean, obviously a lot of back and forth momentum. But in the end, Team Name, the victorious ones here over YUL Team 6, which, do we call it an upset, Elevated? I don't know if we can call too many of these an upset potential, but it felt like YUL Team 6 was, on paper, the more expected team, right?
I think we can maybe call it an upset after that first half because it seemed like they were kind of, looking a little bit stronger. But like we talked about during the actual game, these are going to be very momentum-based most of the time because, these guys are not necessarily screaming together. They're not necessarily, full of trust for their teammates. Obviously, they're friends because they're playing together, but it's not like a really competitive structured organization where it's your job to work together and come back through these difficult situations. So I definitely think that if a team gets off to a hot start, it's up to them to keep that momentum. Otherwise we might see another kind of reverse flip of the switch, and in that case it was Team Name that was able to come back, and they looked very, very good. As you said, on the attack they had a lot of very nicely strategized ways to hit both A and B site. We saw that really nice fake with the Killjoy and the Sova ultimate, and they just seemed like they were a little bit more coordinated towards the end of Icebox. So definitely excited to see what they have for us. On Fracture.
Exactly. That's why I'm also looking forward to more so that we're going to Fracture next, because you talk about a map that favors attack. No better map than Fracture, right? I mean, you said it was something like 60-40 stat wise that favors attack, and that's more than any other map in the map pool currently, and it makes sense. The map is definitely built to be an attack-sided map. The fact that you can go from both sides, you can literally hit. There's 4 orbs to also control over and take advantage of. So, very intrigued now to see specifically what Team Name and really both teams do when it comes to the attacking side of this map. Because again, we saw it a little bit in Fracture, but now we've had a little bit more time, even another month or so. We're past that phase of it's a completely new map, to now it's a map that's part of the 7 map pool, and so we're going to be playing it much more and figuring it out much more.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a map that, as we saw at Champions, there definitely seems to be certain agents that are much stronger than others on it. I keep pointing to Cypher over Killjoy, Viper, Astra. I think Raze is better than Jet on the map, and so I'm definitely curious to see what people pull out here.
And Breach is like MVP.
Breach for sure. Really good.
Also, what about Chamber? Is this a map where Chamber might make an appearance, you think? Is there potential there for his one of stronger maps? Because the mobility on this map with those teleports feels pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it is a map where he could see some play. I just don't know if anybody that is grinding Immortal, Radiant ranked / trying to make it on a team, trying to get signed, is necessarily going to be pulling out a Chamber. Because a lot of people tend to kind of stick with their comfort, but they're going to play Cypher if they can play Cypher over Chamber. But at the same time, like you said, it is kind of one of those, maybe this is a land where we will see people experimenting. And if that is the case, it certainly is a map where we could see that new agent come out.
Yeah, this is early on day 1 of this 2-day event. Again, group stages. Every team plays the other team in a best-of-3 round-robin format today. And then there's 4 teams in each group. The top 2 teams of each group advance on to tomorrow's playoff stage, where they compete in that single elimination portion, competing for that $7,500 prize pool. So, all right. So you look at your screen right there. You may notice a slight difference for YUL Team 6 on the top. That's Gucci, the original player on the squad, taking back his place for Armand, who, again, did a great job for last minute stepping in as a player in that first map. But in the end, Gucci, the initial roster with this team. And again, don't know the exact reason why I wasn't here, but doesn't matter, frankly. He's here now for map 2, and we'll see if that, brings it together a little more. Team 6. That's got to feel good for them, because you never really want to play the ringer if you don't have to.
Yeah, and just I think Gucci got the Libyans shirt on because Governor was here before. And but anyway,
point is, he is here.
There he is.
There he is. Chain ready and everything. I believe if I hear that correctly, we might be going into the agent selection though. So looking forward to seeing what we see here. But there's other results I wanted to go over real quickly, too. By the way, only one other series has finished. Sonics versus Yellow Submarine. It was a pretty quick 2-0 series there in favor of Sonics. Again, one of the more expected teams to do well at this event. They take care of business in their first map. All the other matches, they are currently at least in map 2 from the look of it. And looking through, on the way, taking out Cloud9 White in the first map, up 1-0 there. So good to point out. Bad Boy Crew taking out Xset Female, 1-0. Booster Seat Gaming 1-0. You got Sewer Cats 1-0 over Zero Marksman Silver, and then Bully Hunters 1-0 over the Unfortunate 5, and Jay's Finest 1-0 over Showstoppers. So those are all the other matches. Again, a lot of teams you may not know, but there might be some players out there that recognize some of those. So I want to give reference to. All right, we got agents though elevated.
All right, we got some KO, we got some Breach. I love it. Governor on the Arena, an agent that he's kind of famous for on YouTube. So definitely excited for this one.
Okay, so that's a difference. Running the Reyna. I guess KO is the unique thing over there. So it's pretty much KO instead of Reyna. Everything else looks to be the same. Yeah, it is going to be Killjoy on both sides. So that, you know, you made the interesting point earlier. So I want to, now that we see Killjoy on both sides, you're not a fan of Killjoy on this map in comparison to, let's say, a Cypher. What's the deal?
Well, I mean, this is a map where rotations are very important, and watching your flanks is very important, and Killjoy is stuck near your bots, whereas with Cypher, you can just drop a trip and run to the other side of the map. So, I don't know. North America seems to like their Killjoy on Fracture, but North America didn't really show up very well at Champions, so I'm not trying to say anything.
Whoa. Come on now. All right, so we are in map 2 now. It looks like, yeah, already into the round. We got, that's going to be team name attacking. Team 6, defense. Yeah, actually, I believe it's the other way. They're going to go into the B side. It looks like it's the hit. As more holding it that as KL. Nanners watching Heaven play. Armful goes up the rope. Can't find the initial kill. Get some damage in, though. Nanners trying to run him down. While losing a teammate in the site, but he does run down Armful. The trades continue, and now we have a 2 versus 2.
Yeah, on this B site, tower control is a huge part of being able to control what goes on the site. Whichever team has tower generally will win the round here. Trying to kind of retake upstairs. Gets shot down by Governor. The attacker this round.
Yep. Again, Breach with those flashes big, but Reyna gonna stay alive. Longest there, gets a couple of kills. Pistol MVP for sure. And you can pick up the Spectres here heading into round 2. So is there a certain strategy you like to see? Is there a certain favorable site maybe you'd expect these attackers to be going to, or is it just whatever they choose?
I think that the A site is a little bit, well, the main thing about Fracture is it seems like there's sort of like these power positions. If you have tower control on B, then you can go B. If you have drop down control, which is like coming from dish on A, then you can go A. So it's more so about controlling those 2 spots, which allows you to go to one side or the other.
And Nanner is trying to get aggressive there, had the backup to try to protect and go for the orb, but unfortunately unable to pick it up. Gets taken out, and sprays continue to take place as team name will take control of that B site. Nerf Spectre in hand is going to peek around as he hears a spike now being planted, but only 22 life, so likelihood of something positive happening here. Pretty unlikely for Nerf.
And Nerf might find a kill here. He does, but is being flanked as well. Breach, as you can see, just on the other side of the wall. And some noise.
Gonna deal with them. Well, it's the distractions continue. Yeah, it's obviously a very difficult task, especially when come on! We'll close it out. So it made it interesting, but in the end, it's 2-0 for team name. As you take a look at the players there, once again, that being the old team 6, the teams that we happen to be looking at on the left-hand side. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe, are those the coaches there as well in the middle? Or no, those are something else. I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I don't want to speculate too much. Anyways, so yeah, we got the bonus round, of course, now happening as Heal Team 6. Although it's bonus round, but I mean, they have 2 Vandals, they have a Phantom, so they actually have some economy here.
They do. We're going to see a bunch of players over towards the B site now for the attack. Two headed towards this tower area. Nanner's locking it down right now. This little turret to peek off of there. Viper walls to come out. Governor finds the first kill.
I like this B-side. Nanners holding heaven, trying his best. Harmful gets a distraction. AGM in the flank. And here comes a Viper spit from Gucci. And the plant on top of that. So this side is completely claimed by Yule Team 6. And again, technically they're both around, but with their investment, I don't know if we really call it that. That's just confidence right here. And this is going to be 3-0. It's just really Team Name. They're going to play some economy damage themselves, but if anything, they should really save their guns here.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing about Fracture is that those initial hits onto the site are very, very dangerous because you don't want to give up the site as a defender, but there's so many angles to watch that you almost have to. We saw a lot in Valorant Champions where teams would just give up the site that was being hit and kind of like relocate to middle and then go for a 5-man retake if possible. You can get baited into taking bad fights very easily on this map.
Well, they get some damage there as Redux gets us harmful. In the end, it's going to be the 3 saves, though, for the side of Team Name, and pretty necessary, considering the economy they spent, of course, that previous round. So ultimate status, Gucci had that Viper's Pit last round. He used it, of course. Nobody currently has an ultimate, but again, that's one of the unique things about this map, too, right, is that not only the attacking from both sides, but it's the 4 orbs, which is no other map has that. So is that, I mean, obviously that's something to come into play. Is there, like, maybe... Are you looking to control those orbs, would you say, if your offense here, or are you just kind of more worried about getting into the site?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't really think I've seen anybody trying to get like 3 orbs around or 4 orbs around, although that's definitely something that we might see as strategy develops in this map. Maybe we'll start seeing like the chambers or the Yorus coming out because you can actually like teleport from one orb to the next and then just farm ultimates, but... I don't know, it is an interesting thing. It's a huge part of the game.
Well, we got plant. It's going to be happening. Going down for Viper there. So it's a takeover of the A side this time around. The first time they've done so, they've been hitting B so heavily. Team Name maybe overcompensating right there, and thus that's the A side being taken. Ronaldo flashing up the rope. He's not going to go up with it, though. Takes the KO knife as he jumps back down. But again, another case of Team Name. It's like, do you even go for this retake? I know it's to be now back-to-back rounds with 3 players alive in a 3 versus 5, but it almost feels like you can't because it's just such a difficult task, and they are going to save, try to do some damage. More will find harmful at the very least, but it's going to be another 1 round for Yule Team 6 in the end.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting on the site kind of at will, and it's very, very difficult to retake, especially if you are just trying to retake through kind of the middle of the map. You know, as defense, you're tasked with watching so many angles on the site, and then when you do want to retake, if you are just trying to pour out a little funneling point in the middle, you're not going to have very much success. So it really is kind of about taking early map control, both on attack and defense here, and so far it's just been Yule Team 6 doing a much better job of that.
So back to the economy situation. Again, they got a couple of Vandals, but you even see the Judge coming into play, so still not looking that great Team Name right now. And this time, B set look like to be the play harmful. Beautiful opening frag on a Morgue. And Yule Team 6, it's almost like they're making a statement here in map 2 so far. To be fair, they got started really fast on Icebox as well. We know the end result, not to get too ahead of ourselves, but it's just going to be another super fast take. I mean, that's just Fracture, though. That's all about this map. You get the fast takes, you get that plant down, and good luck with the retake.
Yeah, it might be jam time once again here for Team Name, as they are outmatched in terms of the firepower so far. 2 players making their way towards tower, but you can see the hunt is on from Yule Team 6. They've already made their way all the way back through middle towards A, trying to find anybody to break this economy.
1 enemy remaining.
A little bit of damage right there, but in the end, as expected, will be yet another round going the way of Yule Team 6. That is, make it 5-0 in this game. So, I mean, switching things up. Is there something you maybe are noticing for Team Name that they could be doing differently, or is this really, as we're going to see our first time out? happening right here, understandably, from Team Name, it looks like. But what do you do? What's this timeout? You're the coach. What are you saying to the team right now?
I mean, honestly, I really do think that it's more so about just taking early map control. Like they're kind of just like turtling on the sites, you know, and because they're on defense, they have to split their players. So there's like 3 players on one side, 2 players on the other side, and then those 2 players are just getting slammed by 5 people. And it's just you're never going to win those situations. So maybe play a little bit more retake heavy, or maybe make some sort of aggressive play into the attacker's spawn early on and try and clear out part of the map, so you're not just getting owned with a numbers advantage every single round.
Well, that's, you know, some of this theory crafting we did as well when this map first came out. It almost does seem like a map where on defense, you know, playing very aggressive, but almost like peeking together, right? Peeking as 2 or even 3 players at certain angles on certain openings of a site. So that way, you know, you're not finding yourself at a disadvantage for the early peaks, or, you know, you don't want to get that early orb or the early progress towards pushing into the site. You know, try to get the early frag and set the attacking team behind. Maybe an idea, but from what I've seen, at least so far, it seems like Team Name does seem to be playing pretty defensive into their base. So perhaps a switch up there could be a difference maker, but we'll see.
Yeah, one thing we saw a lot from teams at Champions was on A site with like the door into the halls would be, you know, one player kind of peeks from A main, and then when the attackers start to push up through the door, then the defenders flash out through the door and kind of crunch them from both angles. So that kind of aggressive play is definitely something that does work.
Well, there we saw Nerf right there get a couple of kills in the A halls, taking them out, using his wall to his advantage. But by the way, Nerf is going to throw down, or excuse me, AGM throwing down that lockdown. That's destroyed there, so no go. Morg doing a great job holding in the side, gets the trade from Nanners as well. And finally, Team Name is on the board as they get that one up there. That's gotta feels good. But coming out of the timeout, definitely not too shabby. But yeah, Nerfed with the aggressive play in the A halls early on, kind of set the tone that round.
Definitely. I mean, this is like we keep saying, this is a momentum-based game, and this is a momentum-based map for sure. So those early picks pay big dividends because it gives you so much more map control and just ability to kind of manage the tempo of how the round is being played.
Setup coming up here from Nanners. 3 ultimates online, Viper's Pit, Lockdown, and KO's Suppression as well. Both side of Team Name. You have Empress ready on the other side, and Harmful has knives, but she's also got an operator. And Harmful doing some damage, finds another shot right there on the underpass. Harmful doing some work, playing aggressive into the site with
the question is now, do you push with the operator up into the tower, which is very, very close quarters? The answer is going to be no. But Gucci has made his way onto the A site, and the Spike is headed over there. So should be a pretty easy plant here, and potentially even middle control. Oh, Gucci actually goes down to Nanners. Yeah, AGM kind of stranded by himself.
Nanners going to use his own lockdown. Ooh, he thought about it. Maybe waiting for some backup to come. Might be the play. Spike has been planted. I mean, all 3 players on the side of Team Name do have their ultimates ready, so this is definitely winnable. Yeah, here comes the lockdown. You see Ronaldo's also taking some damage as well. In fact, Morg also going to pop suppression. Nerfed coming from the A halls. Oh, Ronaldo wasn't looking the right way. A good flank from Nerf, gets 2. And it's all up to Harmful, who's just chilling.
Yeah, he's running out of time as the null command finally wears out, but it just ruins Jet, unable to use those knives until just the last second there, and Morg will find him and take the operator away.
Hey, that's what those ults are there for, to win rounds like that. So that's a good use from Team Name certainly coming out. And they only had to use 2 of the 3. They still have Viper's Pit, and now they even have the Rolling Thunder from Breach there. So they got a couple more to use this time around. I still go back to the Empress, ready to go for Governor. Maybe we'll see it come out this round for Yellow Team 6, and they also have their own Viper's Pit coming to play. Operator on both sides too. Morg aggressive with the flash.
That 0 point will only catch 1, but that is the Viper, so no smokes available for a few seconds here. And the early information that the B pressure is coming. Still 2 players holding A.
Ducks, and he looks the other way towards Tree, gets Governor. There comes Diamond, throwing out his ultimate, knocking them back. And Morg's gonna run through that snake bite and maybe regrets it right there. AGM gets both players. Questionable indeed.
Yeah, that was a little suspect. They wanted to capitalize on that Rolling Thunder, which was used maybe a little bit preemptively, but suddenly Juul Team 6 has a chance to come back into this round after it looked like it was shut down by Redux with the operator right off the rip.
Yeah, that's almost feeling themselves a little too much right there. I definitely want to use that Rolling Thunder to their advantage. Forcing a little bit too much. Ronaldo, he's got control of the side though. Out comes a Viper's Pit, and they're going to be planting behind the angle. So it's a very difficult retake setup now for Team Name. It feels like they do have... Oh, they really got nothing, actually, to use here. I got their own Viper's Pit, I guess. No, never mind. So they do have something.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, there we go. The opening. They catch AGM and Gucci. Down goes the defensive Viper's Pit. Now Ronaldo, it's up to him. Flash through. And the default, can't find the kill. Nanners will take out Ronaldo, and a round win for Team Name. It was a difficult retake for sure, but they make it work.
Yeah, that Breach experiencing some difficulties getting any value out of the flash with the Viper's Pit blocking it. So yeah, the counter pit ended up being the MVP there. And Redux is able to give his team the advantage and help close out the round. Momentum shift once again.
Yeah, similar to Icebox, as I said. I guess a little bit of Caster's Curse coming into play right there. They're up 5-0. Reference that Icebox start and have the shift, and it seems like that's what we got a little bit of right here. Team Name, that's talk about a great use of a pause. I mean, I think 3 in a row since that pause. Really something doing work. And Redux, beautiful shot on Governor. And he does jet things and jets away after the fact.
Yeah, perfect timing there just before the Leer kicks in. Harmful has a good angle here on the players who pushed up into A. This is a dangerous spot, but the Viper smoke going to push them off that angle potentially. Redux holding once again here.
Allowing his team to pick up the orb. Gucci being patient. You got Harmful, mentioned from Satellite, is coming. But this Viper's wall is doing a lot of work from Nerfed right now against Juul Team 6 and trying to attack that A site. The lockdown towards B, though, but this is a bit of a fake, certainly. Oh, they find the bomb. They find the spike. Gucci goes down, and this lockdown is going to be meaningless now.
Yeah, that is tough. It was a good idea to do the fake, but Nerf pushes up aggressively, and that spike is caught out in the open. 2 players will come from the drop down in A, but they don't have spike, and they don't have much of an angle here either.
Just can't hit that flick. AGM will get nerfed. Meanwhile, falls in the back, trying to flank, but AGM still has a chance. 20 seconds remaining. 6 life in a dream. 1 versus 3. Good luck, buddy. The right clicks. They only have 6 life. Classic becomes a very dangerous gun to fight against.
Yeah, absolutely. The jumping right click was nerfed, but you only have 6 HP. It feels just as strong as it used to be.
4-5. What a comeback so far from Team Name. It does feel like the adjustments are made, though. You know, again, maybe playing a little more aggressive, specifically in the A tunnels. It seems like we've been seeing a bit of that with Nerfed over there, and now Juul Team 6 needs to figure this out. You know, how do they adjust after losing 4 in a row?
Yeah, having the operator on board also definitely helps.
Redux holding into tree. He missed that shot there. They're going to go fast now, try to take advantage of this. Viper wall's up. Diamond. It's just Harmful, though. Redux eventually gets the off shot from Governor. Gucci running into the side with a stinger. Got a headshot, but not enough for the kill. And this is complete cleanup mode for the side of Team Name. Obviously, the save eco round for Juul Team 6, but we are tied at 5 apiece now. Here in map 2.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. AGM actually made it up into tower with the frenzy. He just sprinted onto the site and up in, chased Morgos out of tower. But you know, sometimes it's just a gun difference. And yeah, like he said, I mean, as soon as that pause came out, a little tactical pause, 5 rounds in a row. Whoever is the coach, I assume it's nobody, but you know, give him a raise.
The team together is the coach. Combined to 1. Ducks. Yep. He's hitting that shot. And a quick peek from Harmful, so already a great start again for Team Name, and you see Heal Team 6 immediately is like, all right, Operator and B, let's try for A. There's a
lots
lot
of
setup
utility.
there,
Yeah, lots of utility. Killjoy and Viper here, really locking down A site.
There's the info. We'll get an orb. They have, has she even used Empress yet? I want to say Rina hasn't used Empress yet. That was the whole time. Anyway, so there we go. Rolling Thunder in. Was it nerfed? They're not running through. They finally do. Nice trade, though. Now from Nanners. In fact, the Molly gets a second. Governor will find Diamond, and Nanners goes down as well. So the site has been taken by Heal Team 6. They get the plant off. Ducks getting pushed, and Governor with that Empress active finds the kill. So it's all up to Morg now. He's got utility. Oh, can't find a shot, though. Governor gets 3 kills using that Empress, and finally Heal Team 6 will win a round after losing 5 in a row there. 6-5 for them.
Yep, and you asked for it. There's the Empress. There are the kills. Governor getting some good value there. And, you know, I gotta say, that was a pretty tough take. You know, 5 players hitting into 2 with that Viper and Killjoy utility. Rolling Thunder expended as well, and they still lost 3 players on the entry. You can see why maybe they have shaded away from going A in the early stages here.
Ducks. Oh, beautiful pick on top of the flash. What actually flashed?
How is he? Did he flash himself?
How teammate flash him?
How was he flashed there?
That must have been, yeah, Breach must have flashed his teammate, you're right. Because that's the only thing that literally makes sense, right? They had Jet and Killjoy there on defense, so.
Unless there was some crazy sky flash from KO from the other site, but I don't think so.
Well, either way, that's a good op shot and a good opening once again for Team Name. And Ronaldo catches more, though, coming out from Arcade. Let a couple kills go in the way of Team Name. So the spike is down in the B site, as you hear.
You should run.
GM will pop the lockdown underpass. They have a way to take that out. It doesn't look like it. Yes, they do. Never mind. Oh, that's right. Breach. Close it up.
Yeah, Killjoy, real good on this map.
You might have a point. There's the leer, and there's the death.
Nice
They just ran right into a trap. Yeah, that was a beautiful crossfire. I mean, 6-6. Team Name, when you get 6 on defensive fracture, you got to be feeling really good about yourselves.
Yeah, I would say so, especially considering how this one started, right? I mean, we saw it feels a lot like Icebox, honestly, with Heal Team 6 getting out to a hot start, kind of outgunning and just outrunning the defenders, and then all of a sudden, with the switch, now it's Team Name who seemingly have the advantage here as they flip over to the attacking side with an even scoreline.
So what does Heal Team 6 do now on defense? Biggest difference, again, as far as the agents go, they have the Reyna compared to the KO, and I mean, both bring a sense of a flash, but a little more information heavy for KO, so Team Name has that working for them. Harmful, well, that's a little too aggressive, running into a trap himself. Didn't think they'd be there, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, he almost had his knife out when he turned that corner. A little disrespect for the attackers there, I suppose.
Let's wrap around now from Team Name. They have the arcade control. They say, let's take tree. Let's move into the side. They have 1 Nano Storm to deal with. Governor, good flank from him. He gets the 2 in arcade. That's a good start now for Heal Team 6 in terms of the retake. And Gucci's flanking, and welcome to Fracture, but Diamond will win the duel. He has the Ghost, and now they're going back to A.
Classic at long range, trash. Not very effective at that range. Ooh, nice little fake rotation here. You can see it is working on the defenders. Diamond and crew walking their way back towards B.
Fake.
Currently, nobody on the site.
Yeah, Ronaldo's in arcade. He's moving up now. He's getting suspicious. And he would be right. Do they fake it again? Oh, they're going to go underpass.
30 seconds left.
This is them using the map to the fullest, right? I mean, they literally could be anywhere right now.
Yeah, it might be a little bit too much, though. I mean, they could have just walked on the B and planted, but now they still have to get their way onto the site, which is currently being held. AGM on the flank here as well.
But AGM has 2 life. He has, yep, now he has no life. I was going to say, if he had more life, maybe that could have been big, but with only 2 life, he had to hit some good shots coming out of that Viper wall. So now Governor by himself takes some damage from the turret. They know where exactly he is. And 1 versus 3 with the ghost in hand. He still has plenty of bullets. No Lear, though.
It is Reyna, though, so 1 kill could completely change the pace of this round.
He's going to get crossfired, has no clue exactly where they are, and Diamond will find the head of Governor. 7-6 team name. I mean, they kept faking it. You're right. I mean, maybe a little bit of overkill on the planet slow there, but hey, it works out in the end. And that's to the credit of team name there with patience. 7-6, and now into the buys of the Spectres. And of course, the other side looking at not much. Got a couple of sheriffs in hand. Team name, knowing they have the gun advantage, always interested to see where they choose to play. It looks like A Halls is early on, a couple going the satellite, so collapsed it onto the A side.
Yep, Harmful gonna get spotted out by the 0-point knife, and he will have to fall back with no dash available. We're gonna push the pace here. But the other half of the team is looking for a flank from B and actually working their way towards the stair side.
Well, that's info. AGM, turret goes down, so making the call that they could be coming this direction, but again, it's Fracture, so you really just still don't know where they're going to be attacking from. Those 2 walking up satellite still.
And back to A side, it looks like, as all 5 players for Juul Team 6 are making their way towards B. Governor, the only one who spidey senses are tingling.
Those spider senses need to look the other direction, because almost getting flanked right there. But yeah, he would be right. The question is, can he stop them enough before they full out attack this? Here we go. Flashes in. He's in the back of the side. Jet sees him, and Redux will get the easy kill on Governor. So he got the spike plant. This retake with minimal guns is going to be difficult.
Yeah, this fight in A main is kind of everything here. Nerfed, retaking a lot of space here. Will find Harmful on the trade there. He's going to get pushed through a door, but nice spray down.
And that was because of the look away. If he doesn't look away there, I don't know if he hits those shots. So a good headshot there from Gucci, but it doesn't matter because you have a classic. And Diamond will finish the job. So, you know, this patient, it really reminds me of Bind in a lot of ways, where it's like you never can be too sure that they're committing to a site, but it's like Bind with that lack of obvious information. Because at least in Bind, you have the teleports being used, and so you got the audio cue, but in Fracture, you're just never really too sure where they're going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it really is just kind of all about feeling out the round. It seems like lots of in-game calling and audibles, to use a sports ball term.
Good old sports ball. Viper will orbit up. Allow for the orb to be picked up, and Diamond, here we go. Rolling Thunder into B. Let's just do a classic B hit. They get a couple looks like Redux jumping in, but he can't let the kill. Ronaldo got the headshot, despite being stunned right there, and he gets another unnerved. Ronaldo doing work, holding the side. He finds a third. Get a 4. Harmful will find more, as Ronaldo finally gets taken out by Nanners in flank from Arcade, but now Nanners with just Sheriff. That shot, can't hit that one, and Gucci takes him out, so Juul Team 6 wins the bonus round. 7-8.
Yeah, that's a crazy spot to be able to hold from, just behind those boxes right at the edge of the site. But no pressure coming from the tower side of things, so he's able to just hide behind the boxes and hit some shots there. That first kill, well stunned on the dashing Jet, was big.
Ooh. Yeah, that was and obviously a pretty big investment too from Team Name, knowing that was their bonus round and deciding to use that Rolling Thunder. Obviously trying to take away a round from Juul Team 6, certainly, so you can understand it, but in the end, not going to work. The knife will detect. Harmful, but that's not going to scare him. With no dash, he still peeks, and he gets the kill on Redux.
Yeah, playing a little mind game there. He had been getting 0-pointed every single round, gets it again there, but instead of falling back this time, he decides to go for the aggressive peek. Definitely caught Redux off guard.
Yeah, understandably so. Good mind game, certainly. Harmful, nerfed, creeping up. Let's see, looks here immediately. Oh, the nice peek there. Governor thought he was committing to it, but Nerf did not. They get the orb control for Diamond as well.
I mean, yes, he did use the Rolling Thunder last round in the loss, but already back up to 3 orbs. Working his way towards another one here. Such a good ultimate on this map.
That's a good point. That goes back to the 4 orbs being on the map, right? Where it's like you can use your ultimates maybe a bit more liberally than on other maps because you're going to be refueling it that much quicker.
30 seconds left.
How about that right there? Harmful's like, I think they're behind this door, but they're not peeking yet, so I'm going to go away. They were so patient. But that's the name of the game for Team. They've been doing this on the attacking side so far, so not surprised.
Yeah, they're also doing a really good job of using the 0 point to kind of fake pressure towards the other site. We saw up there on B as they push towards A.
Be hiding all the way back top of the site. Eventually gets killed by Morg, but doing plenty of damage and slowing him down beforehand makes it very winnable as Ronaldo nukes down Nerfed as the spike was still planted, but now it's up to Morg. He has the knife as well as Molly on the ground. He avoids a Rolling Thunder. Can't win the initial duel, puts down the Molly, beacon right. He'd be correct, but he can't land this shot. AGM, a little too strong, and victory for Juul Team 6.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good play, but just couldn't hit the shots there. I'm kind of curious where that breach aftershock came from, because it killed the planter, and I'm not totally sure. I guess he probably peeked out of defender spawn and threw it through the wall.
Maybe,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yet another reason why breach is super powerful on Fracture.
Placing swarm grenade.
Between the flashes and an aftershock, and then obviously Rolling Thunder, his whole utility is going to do work on this map. So,
yeah, and Fault Line, the stun and the ultimate also hit multiple levels, right? So it'll go through underpass, it'll go up into tower, it'll hit both top and bottom of A.
Nice turret right there. It actually scouts the operator peak and allows, well, kind of allowed, but Juul Team 6, or excuse me, Team Name feels confident to take the orb for free after that, as they do. Have Viper Spit, but as we also see, it is Sheriff's in hand for Team Name this round. It's a bit of a save. How much can he commit to it? The underpass, Harmful knows, no, he missed the shot though.
This is again.
Another.
Uh-oh.
Now he's in panic. Gets back at least.
One down.
Oh, but he's not missing a
Third time's the charm there.
Harmful. Just bust out the pistol at that point. But Diamond keeping them distracted. He has a Spectre in the underpass currently going back and forth. Meanwhile, the drop down play, Redux. Oh, there goes the orb. Like awkward timing for him.
Yeah, they don't have the spike either. But by the time spike gets over here, Viper's utility will be down. Over Spike's
left.
still hanging out over B. It's kind of an uncoordinated round here from Team Name. Not really sure where they want to go and how they want to execute.
So they finally made the call to just go for A as Gucci picking up top left and Governor from Redux though. And Gucci gets his Morg. Now it's up to Diamond, who just basically gives himself up at that point. So flawless round going the way of Juul Team 6. They make it 9-8. We are going to be back to buys though for Team Name, and a lot of ultimates to work with this round. They got lockdown, they got suppression, they got Viper Spit. So 3 very, very crucial ones that can certainly help them take a site and likely to come into play here.
Yeah, I mean, popping maybe the null command to get onto a site and then dropping the lockdown to hold the site afterwards. Might see some sort of play like that. Of course, the pit as well available. I mean, if they can get onto a site, very good chance to win the round. So it's just a matter of actually making it up to one of their planting spots.
The knife doesn't scout anyone. They are going to go for the lockdown though, as there's that null command used on top of that. So they can't aftershock it. So yeah, this is good coordination. This allows the lockdown to fully go through and clear the site. So this is going to be a free plant.
That's one way to do it. I was like, where's the breach killing this? Surely.
Like they coordinated it. Harmful, good shot on Morg though. Reyna has that Empress active too. She's running out. Knives coming out for Harmful too. Nerf, he's out of holding an angle backwards, but the rolling thunder going to be used defensively. Diamond, he finds harmful. The knives no longer in play. Gonna stun out towards 3. AGM. Keeps around, gets reduced. It's up to Diamond. No, can't hold. Ronaldo finds him, and now Nanners. Good luck with this. 1 versus 4. They're just gonna double kick him up there. And the round taken by Juul Team 6. We expected chaos, and we got plenty of it with the ultimate. I mean, again, great initiation, good coordination there to take the site. But Juul Team 6, they played it slow, and they retook it.
Yeah, I mean, Team Name, they kind of just lost every duel. Like, their utility was really good to get the plant down, but ultimately it came down to gunfights, and you've got the ranked demons on the side of Juul Team 6. It's tough to win those sometimes.
Yeah. 10-8 Juul Team 6. They've now won 4 in a row. Again, the game of just momentum that we're going to use plenty today. I'm sure it continues to be the case here. As Governor's going to go for the peek on Satellite with his teammate, actually. Harmful's here, too, with an operator. Let's see some action. Watch out for him. And the peek from Nanners. That ain't going to work. So it is an eco round for Team Name, but good start already for Juul Team 6.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of taking early map control, especially around this dish with the operator. See Gucci as well, holding A halls pretty aggressively here around the corner. Defensive aggression is a huge part of the game.
Every single duel being won once again. Obviously, the gun advantage certainly helps this time around, but Juul Team 6 has definitely found their footing. Yep. And Gucci takes out Diamond, so 11-8. That Zed soundtrack in there. Hype up even more, but here comes that timeout elevated. We saw this last half. That's where the momentum shifted. So now Team, it's like, all right, now's the time. Let's call a timeout and let's win 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they need it. It's a little bit late here in the half to be turning it around. They basically have to win this round, otherwise, yeah, we can send ourselves over to map number 3, which is. Do you remember what map 3 is going to be, by the way?
It is going to be Ascent.
Okay.
If we make it there, yeah. Classic Ascent to come into play, and that means that would only happen if Juul Team 6 wins this one, of course, as we have Team Name up 1-0 as they took Icebox. If you happen to just be tuning in, it was a pretty good first half from Juul Team 6, but then the strong comeback from Team Name. Juul Team 6 was technically playing with a ringer, to be fair, but in the end, Team Name looked very good. On their attacking side, they had some fun strategy, and they ultimately came out on top there. Now here we are in map 2 of what's our first best of 3 of the day. So again, we have 4 best of 3 lined up for today. So a lot of Valorant. We are just getting started here. If you're not following this stream, make sure you are, not only for this event, but future events. Got some fun Valorant action coming at you here for Nursery Gamers.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day, especially if every game goes 3 maps. Yes. We'll see.
Potential's there.
See if I can even speak by the end.
And then we gotta do it all again tomorrow. Diamond, fault line out, just in case the early peak happens. But Governor finds more, so the duels continue to be victorious. That was over at Satellite. He just has a lockdown, but he also has a chance. Oh, but couldn't hit the shot. Nerf was looking the other direction, and Nerf gets the flick.
AGM wishes he had back. He had his crosshair on his head too. But Harmful takes out Nanners there to give Juul Team 6 the player advantage once again.
So they're gonna Viper's Pit from up here though, but unfortunately the spike isn't in the sight yet. Diamond's like, guys, I need some cover still. Okay, he gets it. Runs in. I believe that'll give him Rolling Thunder, if I'm not mistaken, too. Redux.
He's 1 away.
Is he 1? Okay, so he's 1 more. They're just gonna run in this. Nerf gets Gucci though. Going to the Viper's Pit. Diamond gets harmful, but it's not gonna matter. He goes down. So no Rolling Thunder. It's up.
Flank up tower.
Yep, he was not ready. The knife out, looking to wrap around, and Governor. Mind games coming into play. So 12-8 Juul Team 6, and we said it. They need to win this round to feel like they have a good shot here coming back, but now they're going to be back on the econ game going into the last round potentially.
Match point.
Good luck with that.
What do you think about the snow globe cosmetic that Ronaldo's swinging around?
It's festive. There's that going for it.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah. It's Definitely reach it. I mean, they're not afraid to be very creative, let's just say, when it comes to placements.
No, it's funny. You got the serious skins and you got the memes. Yeah, it's definitely goes in the meme category.
Oh, ooh. Yeah, it was a little too quick. Arena, though. Side. And KO! Couldn't get it. They're too quick.
Is that if he has a Phantom? Shucks. Yeah, catch the LP Governor. Hit over A with the turret acting. They have in the middle of the map, so there's an opportunity in the to maybe sneak into the spawn there, which could be dangerous. Or Juul Team safe.
Yeah, right. Good up top. That's where he's at the top outside of the Viper's Pit currently. It's on for a second. Redux catches harmful though, and that rolling thunder means Gucci's in trouble. Viper's Pit's not going to matter when you're stunned like that. Diamond just charges in as he should, and they take the side to Stain. So staying alive. They had, and, you know, I made a point about their lack of economy. I honestly, they still had a bit more than we get credit for. That's shown too. But AGM.
One enemy remaining.
Not great. They're gonna have to kind of cobble together a buy here, but at the same time, I mean, we've seen it before. We've seen the momentum shifts. If you look at the scoreline, it's like no team is really trading around. It's like 5 in a row, 5 in a row. You know, 4 in a row, 6 in a row.
So if I was betting, I would put money on Team Name winning this game now. So this is just gonna keep momentum, I suppose. But 12. Yeah, they do enough to get enough of a buy by operators to get in play in the secret center. Jump peaks, and Morg again losing the duel to Governor.
Just getting farmed over here on Dish.
Almost hit from Gucci.
Timing. Man, there's a timing. Oh, still doesn't hit the shot, man. It really does kind of feel like Juul Team 6 is just winning every individual duel here.
Yep.
Not enough fuel.
Gucci creeping up.
Toxins going up.
If they don't check this, they aftershock us earlier, but that a while ago. So yeah, Diamond is still going to check it, and will find Gucci. Governor gets his Redux though. Diamond gets another. Gets the orb as well. Still going to be shy of the Rolling Thunder, but AGM in flank and nerfs out last thing he expected. Although Diamond wants to win this round still, and he has a chance. 3 kills for him, 1 versus 2.
He's rotating the operator though. Harmful is waiting.
Yep.
Defenders win.
It's not going to work. Juul Team 6 will tie it at 1 apiece here. As they take map 2 over Team Name. Well played there, and good fight back in. The momentum shifts back and forth at the end. Juul Team 6 calmed it down on the defensive side, and they are victorious, taking it 13-9. So big win for them, and obviously that will lead us into map 3, as we mentioned. Ascent going to be the 3rd map to play, and you can see right there. Team Name knows that they had a chance to take the series against Juul Team 6 in that map there, Fracture, but we're going to map 3 instead.
We are, and from Fracture, probably the crazy map in the middle to Ascent, simplest map. And we'll have to see how those strategies come out here. I'm excited. You know, I think that this has been very fun as a spectator, as a cast so far, because it is very swingy.
Yep. It looks like we are going to go into a break, though, obviously, as soon as possible. I know there's a little bit of audio issues, so we are going to try to adjust that and fix that as soon as possible, as we're going to be heading into Ascent on map 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, and we'll be back. CBK joined by Elevated. Map 3 on Ascent coming up next.